Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish,
This is
the Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and what's growing is my ambitions. Actually, I've been talking to a bunch of different people about how to possibly film and or create a comedy special. So
Nice.
I'm putting it
Hell
out into the
yes.
world now. I've started planning
Okay.
because like
Cool.
my little guy's
Yep.
coming out in November, and I'm gonna be pretty
Yeah.
useless for like a whole year afterwards.
Yep.
So if I just tell myself I gotta record a comedy special by like September, I
Yeah.
can just burn my last 10 years of material, all the stuff, put a bunch of
Well,
clips out.
it's gonna change anyways. You're
Exactly.
gonna have a
So
kid.
I figure
Yeah,
like,
so you really won't be burning that material. It'll just be like you'll be preserving it.
yeah, it'll be
know?
like, here's what I used to be like before I became a father. And then afterwards, like, I'll have way more stuff about the reality of my life afterwards. But
Right, yeah.
yeah, so I've been really like taking all my jokes and kind of arranging them in a big spreadsheet and just
Nice.
getting things kind of prepped to kind of practice some things. So I'm real
Yes.
excited for that, but don't know where I'm going to do it. Don't know exactly when I'm going to do it, but
Yeah.
I just think like
Do it at the Pioneer Underground.
that doesn't exist
On-
anymore.
Do it at the Pioneer Underground on what's his face's face.
What, the one that owned it, Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne. Yeah.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
you were a sad alcoholic who was terrible to comedy crowds. That's why he wouldn't book you.
I mean he let me on his stage one time. It's not that, and I was just like, it's fine. I don't need to do this. Did a show there one time, and there was 4 people in the audience, and then he was like, I heard you use notes. You can't use notes. And I was just like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I just won't do comedy here. And he was like, oh, well, you got to do comedy here because it's like the only place to do comedy in Reno. And I was like, that is not true. There are plenty of other places, and they don't have opinions on me using my notebook. But mainly the reason why I say you should do it on Wayne's face is because of how he treated everybody else. You know, that's
comedy bookers. That's just how anyone who owns a club is.
okay. Well, in North Carolina, I've found some people that I who book comedy who are very nice. And they're nice to
People
me.
that book comedy in random places are much different than club owners.
I mean, fair enough, but yeah, I mean that's totally reasonable. But the people I'm talking to, even Jenny and Steve are nice to me, and they have a comedy club in Greensboro, an independent comedy club, and it's different here, man, and it's good. It's not what I encountered in Reno, where there was a lot of gatekeeping, and having to prove yourself to people. That stuff is kind of gone by the wayside, or it's just not in the North Carolina comedy scene. I don't know.
I think you're just a vastly different person than you were 10 years ago and are able to handle someone who owns a business giving you their opinion.
Right. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, that's fair. But when Jenny was talking to me about maybe having me headline, I was still drinking at the time. This was before my injury. And she was just like, I think it would just be really difficult for people to listen to you for an hour. And I was like, that's fair.
You say that's fair, but if Wayne told you, I don't think it would be a good idea for you to do an hour, you'd hate him even more. Like, again, you just weren't receptive to any sort of feedback back then because you were all like, I'm an artist.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, I still consider myself an artist. I'm definitely still like that. Oh, even post accident, I don't know. I mean, I am a vastly different person, so what you're saying is probably correct. You know, I don't know.
I
I don't know
can't.
why I don't
Yeah,
even know why I'm arguing with you about this.
you just
Like it's
you have
stupid.
lots of opinions on
I'm an
people
idiot.
in Reno from when you were a very angry alcoholic.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Like
That
that
is fair.
colors lots of your memories because you dislike
Yeah.
lots of people because you had very negative interactions with them, but they were negative interactions because you were an angry alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Yeah, I mean that is very true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, and and more than the alcoholism, I feel more ashamed about the rage that I carried inside me. I mean, thank God I bonked my head.
Shook the
Um,
Etch a Sketch out.
yeah, exactly. And then I did a bunch of therapy after my brain injury. And really have disarmed the rage I have around my dad, and I have compassion for him now. Or and I'm not trying to talk shit about him all the time like I used to be. And I think a lot of it really just stems from the amount of sadness and the anger I had for because of that sadness.
That'll happen. Speaking of
Yeah.
terrible comedian things, did you see
Okay.
that Carlos Mencia got arrested for tax fraud?
No.
Yeah.
But that just, I mean, why is that a bad thing? It seems like it's his just desserts.
I really
Stole
think
everybody's
it's
material, got paid, and now they're like, "Oh, we need that money now."
the thread of logic almost worked there.
Okay, okay, alright. Yeah. From my understanding, he was not a good dude.
Yeah, he caught 12 felony charges with like hundreds of thousands of dollars in missed tax payments.
That
He's looking at like a decade in prison,
Oh, he's gonna get fucked in the ass.
especially now
Yeah,
that he's
you.
all skinny and hot.
Oh, is he skinny and hot?
I
I
think
was
he
just
is.
saying,
I don't know. I saw him like 5 years ago and he was skinny.
and hot. You said skinny
He
and
is
hot.
hot.
Well, I was just saying he's gonna get fucked in the ass because you do 10 years in jail. It's just too long to be there for somebody not to fuck you in the ass. Um, that's that's my understanding of prison. Also, it's a distinct difference between I went to jail for one night, not prison for 15 years and got railed against my will against some bars.
Yeah, it only took
Fuck.
one night for Jonathan to get fucked in the ass. Speaking of blood and guts and gore,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Guar is getting investigated by the government.
Oh
You
shit!
can
I thought you were
always
gonna say they were on too.
they
Oh,
are actually
oh,
they're on tour and actively doing things that the government doesn't like, and you can always tell when we're getting all fascist again when the
okay.
government is like, we gotta look at Guar and figure out why this is still allowed. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's allowed because we have a fucking constitution, you fucking
Yeah.
Nazi pricks.
Dipshits. Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of Nazis, Jonathan,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the Ohio police have retired RoboCop, the the robot they've had for like a year that has made
Okay.
0 arrests and issued
Right.
0 tickets.
Okay. So they got rid of that RoboCop because it was like a cop doing its
Yeah.
job
It
correctly.
didn't kill any black people, so people in Ohio were
Right.
so mad they fired it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're picking up what I'm putting
I'm
down.
getting in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Nice.
But it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
a surveillance robot that rolled around and they thought it would like do something and it never did. Which I think is the perfect police robot. Just roll around and be like, I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
never drew its gun.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know how many cops retired never shooting their gun? So many back in the day. They would just be like, came home.
I joined the army and was exited from the army without ever firing a gun in anger.
Yeah,
Not
like
once.
they make you practice, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm going to go back to, like,
No,
mopping
no,
the floors
no,
or whatever you want.
No, I didn't even get to practice. I didn't qualify. They didn't train me. There was just,
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave me a gun, I'd be just as confused by it as anybody else. Guess how many security jobs I have applied for?
3.
I was going to say 6, but probably 3.
Man, I've applied for security jobs, and my only qualifications are over 6 foot. That's it.
Nah,
It's just like,
but you would be so good at de-escalating stuff because you're not a crazy person. And also your size is influential on people.
Yeah, like, it's like,
in a positive way.
it's not Footloose.
It's like, oh, yeah,
What's the... Roadhouse. I knew it was something. It's Roadhouse. I'm the cooler. I come in and people are like, well, I'll just chill out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's cool. I was just helping my sister move yesterday, and she was taking the elevator with me, and some, like, random guy got in. And then, like, after the guy got out, my sister looked at me, and she was just like, people act different when you're around. And I'm like, yeah, they act right.
Like, yeah, they do. Yeah.
People are more polite when I'm there because they're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
it's like when you see a bear, you're like, I got to do everything right because this can end very badly."
Oh, okay. We should do a segment called "Is Who is More Dangerous, Bobby or a Bear?"
The answer's
maybe
me. I am the danger.
That's not true at all. You can't
That's
run
true.
35 miles an hour, and you
Oh,
can't
God.
climb trees.
Yeah, I couldn't do
you're
any
not
of that.
As lethal as you're not as lethal as a bear.
Yeah. If it's me or a bear versus a pound of raspberries, I think I got it.
Okay, fair enough. I'd still put money on the bear because bears, live in a world of starvation,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we do not. But
I want to see me versus a bear versus a bear-proof trash can.
okay, and that I could get behind, but
Like,
you
who can
definitely have to go in
activate
times.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and the bear at the same time trying to get in there, and I just keep like slapping his hands away. No, you don't. This is mine.
Yeah, and then and the bear would maul you, but but you have thumbs. Bears just have claws.
Yeah, it's true.
I think I don't know.
Well, shit. Speaking of animals, this news is a little bit of friendly fire towards my Southeast Asian friends. But in world news recently, police rescued over 400 cats from being eaten in Vietnam.
Nice.
People in Vietnam have just been stealing cats as part of like a huge animal theft ring so that they can sell them to be eaten.
That's okay.
Yeah, but
wow.
the cops caught
Okay.
them and saved all the cats. So 400 cats were going to be eaten in Vietnam, and they don't worry.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
Oh.
that's a real conundrum.
Here's the saddest part of it. 400 cats they saved. Only 40 have been returned to their owners.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was just like they stole a lot of feral cats, or if it's just like nobody knows what cat is what, all in one place, getting ready to be eaten. That is
a strong scent.
Yeah. Stinky little
Yeah, that's
bastard.
the thing about cats is you can hold their head underwater and they'll just stop moving. Yeah, it works with dogs as well. But people don't seem to like that joke more than they don't like the. You just I don't know, man. I don't know.
It worked on me. I love cats and
guys.
everything, but that joke is just dumb enough to work. Oh, you know what?
But
I donated blood today. You can kind of see
Yeah.
it was
Nice.
technically successful. There were some problems because I also had to get a needle in this arm too. You can kind of see the guy right there.
Did you do a Power 5 donation?
That was the plan, was to do a Power Red donation, and then my veins were a little deep right now because I was dehydrated from helping my sister move yesterday, which that's on me. I should have hydrated more. So they dug around in my right arm like 5 or 6 times, couldn't find it. And like usually they can get it. If not on the first try, like they can get it pretty well. And the lady that usually is always there, she recognized me. I pulled up the picture I had for reference, and she was like, yeah, we'll get this going. And even she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't find it. So I was like, oh boy. Yeah. I was like, this one's on me, because usually she can get it like first try.
Yeah.
And so after they failed on the first time, she's like, okay, we can let you heal and you can come back in a week. Or we can try the second arm, and it'll be 8 weeks if we fail. I was like, okay. You know, like, I'm kind of busy the next, like, 3 or 4 weeks. So I was like, I'm not coming back in a week anyway. Let's try the other arm. And so they were feeling all up in this arm for, like, 10 minutes. They were just, like, poking. And then they finally got it. They hit a vein. Donations started going, but then the machine started beeping. Oh, and she was like, oh no. And she came over, and she didn't go back in and out. She was spinning it, which is not a thing I've felt before. Very strange feeling.
Interesting.
Burned a little bit. But what happened was I got a little hematoma inside. A little blood clot started happening and was clogging the needle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was only able to give a half donation, but because I was giving double anyway, I basically only gave one regular donation. So, like, I donated blood today. Wasn't as much as I was hoping. Little poked up right now, but it worked.
Fair enough.
It worked.
Yeah. Have I told you about donating my blood donations?
No.
Okay, so I donate blood on a regular basis.
Hell yeah.
Which is like every 2 months. And I do it in memorial of my grandfather, who was at the end of his life was having to receive blood transfusions regularly in order to stay healthy. And so I do that in honor of my grandfather now. And so that's pretty I think that's pretty cool, and I like to tell people about it because it's like I get to talk about it. My grandpa, gets remembered in that moment, and that's why I do it.
That's cool. I don't do it for anything specific. I just I know I make a lot of blood, and I'm like, it's free. I'm gonna make more. Take it.
Yeah.
You know, like I have plenty of blood, so it just it's too fast anyway. Take some away, relieve the pressure a little bit. This is just a thing for people to know. Sign up for the National Bone Marrow Registry. You will most likely never get called, but there is like very rare instances where kids with leukemia need like very specific conditions to get bone marrow. And so, like, you know, like, sometimes a kid can only get a donation from someone who has, like, very specific, like, genetic markers that are similar to them. It is a little bit of an extensive procedure. You only ever do it once, and they never ask again if it does happen. But what does happen is they do have to take a needle to the bone in your hip and get the marrow out. So it can be painful, and you need to schedule recovery time afterwards. But if it ever happens, it is literally just because like a kid has leukemia and needs your shit. So like, I signed up for that a few years ago, and I've never gotten a call from them yet. They just email me like once every 5 years being like, our name changed. Here's what your login gets you into now. So like, sign up for that if you want to, you know, help the world be just a little better. And it's like you may
Yeah.
never ever have to do anything, but then you just get that peace of mind
Yes.
of knowing like I tried to be a part of
Yeah.
society. But
Yeah.
shit, I ain't got much else. You been fucking around with any music stuff lately?
I have. I worked on a song, and basically the lyric that I changed was, it was something else, but it's now this, which is, you've got to believe in second chances if you're gonna love yourself. And that's
solid.
Bobby. I don't know if you remember this or not, but when I was asking you about writing songs, I was asking you about a specific lyric, and you were like, "What is this lyric doing? How does it connect us to you? Does this show something about the artist, or is
Is
a
it just
placeholder?"
rhyming? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, "Oh shit!" So yeah.
Because that's
You gave
that's the
me
way I write about it. Is just like every time I'm writing a
Mhm.
lyric, I'm like, what is this saying about me
Doing.
or the human condition that I am trying to convey?
But that was huge.
Speaking of weird music shit, I've actually
Uh-huh.
there is a music. I don't want to call it a music movement because to me it's not that much of a remix when you think about like the way remixes work, but
Sure.
it is a music genre kind of called parentheses slowed plus reverb. I'm not going to say I don't see it as a legitimate form of music because it's using whole ass real songs, but like,
Right.
but I've been getting really into it because it's kind of a vibe. I just been listening to
Nice.
Blink 182 songs slowed down and reverb because it makes them more emo-y and sad.
Nice. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was getting real into the minutia of it though because it is a micro genre technically. People call it a bastardization of the chopped and screwed movement, which was like 2000s Southern rap. DJ Screw
Okay.
would chop songs up, slow parts down, and like actually remix it. And it was like he would
Gotcha.
like make songs completely different by slowing parts down and putting them in different places. And so like chopped and screwed music is like a legitimate Southern subgenre of like hip hop and electronic music, but
Yeah.
also chill wave, which is like a late 2000s or I guess late 2020s maybe. It's pretty new
Okay.
in the scheme of
Okay.
things, but people are speeding up songs and like adding drum breaks and like making them crazy and then putting it to like anime visuals.
Yeah.
Some of these new electronic micro genres, I'm like, I don't know how to define you, but I kind of like where some of it is going. So like,
Nice.
I've been getting into chill
Cool.
wave and slowed and reverbed music.
And that's okay. And so I've told you about my synthesizer and
Yeah.
my electronic artistry. So you're aware of that.
Yeah.
But I hope to never be called a DJ because disc jockeys play playlists basically. And that's something so much different than music through electronic instruments.
Yeah.
So it's it's like one of those pretentious bullshit Jonathan things where he's like, it's not a DJ. You're not a DJ. You're blah,
Electronic,
blah, blah.
you're an electronic beat
Yeah.
maker. There's one electronic artist I have been really getting into, but there's a music software that creates electronic beats based off of coding.
So it just turns code into music.
Yeah, and so it's just like you say, like
Nice.
I want, like drum, 4 on the floor, emphasis
Yeah.
on the 2 and the 4, and you program it in there. Switch Angel.
Yeah.
Her name is Switch Angel.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like she goes on YouTube and live codes beats.
Nice.
She just has the software open. She's like, all right, let's add a hi-hat. Cool. Let's add the
Yeah.
drum, and it's just like building as she's coding it, and she like you can
Nice.
physically see her coding the changes to the beat as you go, and then eventually the beat
Cool.
reaches like a height, and she's like, "Cool," and then she'll start like freestyle like singing over it. It's so fucking
Okay.
cool. Check out Switch Angel
Okay.
because
Switch Angel.
yeah, she
okay.
just I'll send
Yeah,
you some. I'll send you my
because
favorite
that's-
video.
Okay, yeah. Link me. Because yeah, I mean, like I'm not sitting there coding something,
Yeah,
but in real time, I am adding
building
with,
the beat,
with my
adding
knob.
filters, adding different EQ
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
The reason why I keep looking over there is because yeah, there it is.
There's
there
that.
you can see this.
Yeah, it's
Knobs.
unblurring the knobs,
Yeah.
which is weird to me because I
Okay.
think that means it considers the knobs the face of the
Okay.
instrument.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Let's see. Any recommendations? Any recommendations for stuff that you like?
Jason Isbell.
Easily top 5 favorite songwriters, but it's
Okay.
always tough because I'm like the Mountain Goats are also up there for me.
Okay, yeah.
And then, like-
what's your top 5 songwriters?
Oh fuck. Let's see.
Yeah, let's play this game.
I gotta put John Darnielle from the Mountain Goats up there. I
Okay,
gotta
okay.
put Jason Isbell up there. When she was active, Laura Jane Grace from Against Me is another one of my favorites. I gotta put Greg Graffin from Bad Religion up there. Ooh, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dark horse in there. Greg Barnett from the Menzingers. I'm gonna put those as my top
Okay,
5.
top 5. It would have to be Bruce Springsteen's probably got to be number 1.
Pretty solid.
And then I would put Isbell somewhere in the top 5. I don't know which spot, but he's definitely top 5. BJ Barham from American Aquarium. He's somebody I keep coming back to. And then honestly, the Gaslight Anthem.
Brian Fallon is a great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, this has been the Petri
Yeah.
Dish. Thanks for tuning in. Listen to
Nice.
the ads and click on stuff. Just click on stuff.
Almost soon does.
Yeah.
Almost
Toyota.
soon does.
Buy a Navy. Credit. Go to Jonathan's Substack and like his hashtags.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then don't forget your meds. All right.